Mention Wi-Fi, and you probably think of something like this. An inexpensive device with, at best, only modest performance. But dramatic changes are coming, with big boosts in performance, thanks to two new Wi-Fi technologies. This is the new EA7500 Wi-Fi router from Linksys. It has a couple of new features that promise to vastly improve Wi-Fi performance: beamforming and nu-mimo. Really cool feature number one is called beamforming, and it makes Wi-Fi radios way more efficient. Radio signals travel in all directions, but they only need to go where the devices are, like here, where the laptop and phone are just a small part of the total coverage area. Basically, all the rest of the signal is wasted. In contrast, nu-mimo devices use a technology called beamforming to communicate information about their locations. Then, the router alters its phase and power for a better signal. With beamforming, Wi-Fi access points tailor their signal to focus on specific clients. That improves speed and range. Beamforming leads to an even better feature in the new Linksys router, nu-mimo. It stands for multi-user, multiple input, multiple output, and it delivers a big boost in performance. Wi-Fi routers without nu-mimo are basically single taskers, talking with one device at a time. What's new in nu-mimo is that it allows Wi-Fi routers to have multiple conversations at the same time. That's a really big deal. It's like moving from a single-lane country road to a multi-lane superhighway. nu-mimo is one of the most important performance improvements in the history of Wi-Fi. Let's see how these new features work in practice. Setup of the new Linksys router is very straightforward. Just plug in an internet connection, along with up to 4 wired devices, and attach its 3 antennas. Once the device powers up, Linksys uses a series of web pages for setup. Out of the box, we had the EA7500 up and running in less than 3 minutes. I'm home in our upstairs study. This is the room in our house that has the worst Wi-Fi coverage, so it's a tough place to measure speed. My test device is this, an iPhone 6 Plus. Now, even though this is a non-S model, that's okay, because most smartphones made in the past 2 years explicitly support beamforming. Now, to do this test, we'll compare transfer rates with 2 access points, an old 802.11n model without beamforming versus the new Linksys EA7500 with beamforming. We'll see what the numbers tell us, but first, a word of warning. Over-the-air Wi-Fi testing is highly variable. There are many external factors at play: other Wi-Fi devices, other non-Wi-Fi devices, the type of structure in use, and even sunspots can significantly affect test results. Bottom line, treat any Wi-Fi performance results with a healthy dose of skepticism. It's better to use them as guidelines rather than absolute predictions about the kind of performance you can expect. With an older 802.11n access point, one that doesn't have beamforming or nu-mimo, download rates topped out at around 25 megabits per second. Rates were pretty consistent across multiple trials. Then we reinstalled the new Linksys router and tried again. This time, results were much better, with download rates approaching 60 megabits per second. That's more than a 2x improvement, and the Linksys router can go far faster than that. The bottleneck here is our home cable connection, not the Linksys router. So, can nu-mimo help you? The answer is yes, definitely, if you're in one of 3 categories. If your devices are 2 years old or newer, if you've got distance issues, or if you've got multiple devices. We saw significant performance improvements in all these areas using the nu-mimo and beamforming capabilities in the Linksys EA7500 Wi-Fi router.